Hello everyone. Currently we are on the chapter Applications of Derivatives, and till now we have read two topics from the chapter, that are derivatives as a rate measure and increasing and decreasing functions. So in this video we are going to see a few questions from these topics and learn the approach to solve them. First question goes like, a particle moves along the curve 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. Find the points on the curve at which y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. Alright, so it's not that your y is 8 times x. No. The question says that y is changing 8 times as faster as x. Means there is the concept of rate of change here. It's y is changing, and now you see there's one more thing. There is a change in x and y with respect to some third variable. Maybe a change with respect to time, maybe the change with respect to temperature, whatever, but that variable is not mentioned in the question. So we will assume, let n be, for example, let n be any variable that causes change in your x and y coordinates. So suppose, now this statement tells you y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. The rate of change of y is 8 times the rate of change of x with respect to the variable n. Now this is what is given in the question. And what you have to find? You have to find all the points on the curve. Your curve is, curve क्या है, 6y plus 6y is equal to x cube plus 2. Alright, now you know when we are talking about rate of change, there has to be the derivative of the function. Simply differentiate this equation with respect to x on both the sides. So you are going to get 6 times dy dn is equal to, apply the chain rule here, 3x dx dn, constant matlab 0, differentiation. Alright, now you know a relation between dy dn and dx dn. So again you can do one thing, you can easily solve this. This is 8 times dx dn is equal to 3x dx dn. Now it's quite easier for you to find the, actually it's the, yes. Now you can easily find the value of x and y. You just simply solve this equation. This is 48 dx dn is equal to 3x square dx dn. Alright, so from here you get dx dn cancelled, x square is equal to 16. So you get your x is plus minus 4, right? X की value मिल गई, substitute them in this equation, you will get your y also. Alright, x is equal to plus 4, you get 64 plus 2, 66 by 6, y is equal to 11, right? And at x is equal to minus 4, you get minus 64 plus 2, minus 62 upon 6. Minus 62 upon 6, which is minus 31 upon 3. Alright, so the points on which, the points that the question is asking about are 4, 11 and minus 4 minus 31 by 3. Alright, so this is the approach to solve. Okay, a spherical balloon has variable diameter 3 by 2, 2x plus 1. Find the rate of change of volume of this sphere with respect to x. Alright, so what you have to find, the volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is your radius, right? You have to find the rate of change of volume with respect to x. That means you have to find dv dx. Alright, another thing that is given in the question is the diameter. Alright, diameter of the sphere is 3 by 2, 2x plus 1. That means your radius is how much? Half of the diameter. 4 by 3 2x, 3 by 4 2x plus 1. Right. Now you know the radius. You can substitute it here. So ultimately your volume becomes 4 by 3 pi 3 by 4 2x plus 1 whole cube. That means how much? 9 by 16 pi 2x plus 1 whole cube. Alright, now your volume, you have gotten your volume, which is 9 by 16 pi 2x plus 1 whole cube. You have to find the rate of change of volume with respect to x. It's very simple, you can do this on your own. Alright, apply the chain rule here. Okay, sand is pouring from a pipe at 12 centimeter cube per second. Centimeter cube per second, that means volume upon time. Okay, rate of change of volume with respect to time. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the radius of the base. How fast is the height of sand cone increasing when height is 4 centimeter? Right. So from the question you get that the rate of change of volume of the cone, because the geometrical figure that the sand is forming is your cone, right? So the rate of change of volume with respect to time is 12 centimeter cube per second. This unit itself symbolizes that it is the rate of change of volume with respect to time, centimeter cube per second. And volume of what? Cone. Volume of cone is what? 1 by 3 times volume of cylinder, pi r square h. Yes, 1 by 3 pi r square h, where r is the radius of the base of cone, height is the height of the cone only. Volume is this. Rate of change of volume with respect to time is given. Now there is a constant that the height of cone is always 1/6 of the radius of base. So if height is h, if radius is r, then height is always 1 by 6 times r by 6, right? This is radius, r is radius, h is height. You have to find the how fast is the height of sand increasing. Height of sand, उसका rate of change आपको find करना है ना, और किसके respect में? With respect to time, क्योंकि third entity, third variable आपका time है यहाँ पे. So ultimately you have to find dh dt, right? Prominent variable is h. So let's change this in the terms of h only. Volume is 1 by 3 pi r. R is how much? 6h. 36h square, 36h cube. This means 12 pi h cube. This is your volume. Volume you already know. You have to find dh dt. Alright. So I hope you are getting what you have to do here. Just differentiate the volume with respect to time. Right. dv dt is how much? 12 pi. Apply the chain rule. 3h square dh dt, राइट? अब इसकी वैल्यू आपको ऑलरेडी गिवन है क्वेश्चन में. देखो क्वेश्चन में जो भी चीज़ गिवन होती है उसका कोई ना कोई सिग्निफिकेंस होता ही है मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. अगर कंफ्यूज करने के लिए नहीं गिवन है तो 12 इज योर 12 पाई इंटू 3h स्क्वायर dh dt. इतना समझ में आ गया. अब यहाँ से आपको अल्टीमेटली क्वेश्चन में रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ हाइट एट हाइट इज इक्वल टू 4 सेंटीमीटर ही फाइंड करना है. dh dt की वैल्यू आप डायरेक्टली यहाँ से निकाल लो. dh dt इज हाउ मच? 12 कैंसल्ड. 1 by 3 pi h square, that means 1 by 4 for the 16 into 3, 48 pi. right? And what is the unit? Unit will be centimeter per second. H is the height. Height is in the terms of centimeter. Centimeter, time in the terms of seconds. So the unit is centimeter per second. You will solve this and form a numerical answer of this. So this is how you have to solve. Everything is given in the question. Just read it properly and you will get what you have to do. There is nothing, any such big thing in this topic. This is small things. See, there are various kinds of questions that are formed. I will always suggest you to solve as many questions as you can and try to solve variety of questions. Your brain will expand. Alright, so now let us look at some questions from increasing and decreasing functions. Okay, fx is equal to sine 3x and the domain of the function is 0 to pi by 2. X belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So we have to find the intervals of this domain where the function is increasing and where the function is decreasing. All those intervals we have to find. So the primary thing is to find the derivatives and the critical points. This is already known to you. So we'll start by finding the derivative of the function, which is cos 3 times cos 3x, right? Now second thing is to find the critical points, because ultimately you have to find f dash x greater than 0 and f dash x smaller than 0. You have to find the intervals where this satisfies and this inequality also satisfies, right? So critical points. For critical points, you will put f dash x as 0, right? So 3 cos 3x is 0. This gives you cos 3x is 0, right? Now cos theta is 0 on pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 and 5 pi by 2, so on. So you get your theta, which is 3x, is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2 and so on, right? So this gives you that x is equal to, you will divide this whole term by 3, pi by 6, pi by 2, 5 pi by 6 and so on. But now see, in the question it is explicitly mentioned that x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So that means you will drop all the other possibilities like 5 pi by 6 and all. You will just eliminate them and stick to the points that lie between this interval. Now you have got your critical points. Very simply mark them on the number line. Real number line, plus infinity, minus infinity, pi by 6, pi by 2, 0. ठीक है, 0, pi by 2 और ये pi by 6. Now take any point from any interval. There are how many intervals? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 intervals are there. Take any point. Suppose I will take pi by 3. Pi by 3 lies on this interval. Suppose this is your pi by 3. Okay, so let's find the value of this derivative at pi by 3. So f dash x at pi x is equal to pi by 3. So 3 cos pi, right? Pi, which is 3 times minus 1. Cos pi is minus 1. So this is minus 3, which is smaller than 0, right? So on this pi by 3, you get it is smaller than 0. That means on this whole interval you put a negative sign. Alright, अब एक इंटरवल पे साइन आपको पता लग गया ना, तो बाकी इसके ऑल्टरनेट होते हैं. ये माइनस है तो दैट मीन्स दिस इज प्लस एंड दिस इज माइनस. नाउ वेरी सिंपली all the positive intervals are increasing ones and negative intervals are the decreasing ones. So f dash x is greater than 0 for 0 to pi by 6 और pi by 2 से इन्फिनिटी. तो ये तो हम इंटरवल लेंगे नहीं क्योंकि ये तो हमारे क्वेश्चन के डोमेन से ही बाहर जा रहा है. तो हमें वी हैव टू स्टिक बिटवीन 0 टू pi by 2. एंड वन मोर थिंग हियर, इसको मेंशन कर लो. 0 इज इंक्लूडेड एंड pi by 2 इज इंक्लूडेड. इस पे स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट लगाना. नाउ f dash x is greater than 0 for x belonging to 0 से pi by 6. 0 is included, so moon bracket, square bracket और pi by 6 पे open bracket. Means increase, therefore f dash x is strictly increasing. This is the very definition, the theorem that we read. Strictly decreasing, increasing on, ऐसे लिख लो, 0 smaller than equal to x smaller than pi by 6, चाहे ऐसे लिख लो चाहे आप ऐसे लिख लो. Alright, similarly f dash x is smaller than 0 for the negative ones. So minus infinity to pi by minus infinity to 0 and pi by 6 to pi by 2. अब ये वाला तो इंटरवल हम लेंगे नहीं, it is exceeding our domain of the question, so we will take only this interval for x belonging to pi by 6 से pi by 2. As such pi by 2 included है, पर हम ये नहीं कर सकते हैं. क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं? वी हैव टू एक्सक्लूड पाई बाई 2, क्योंकि द मोमेंट यू पुट एक्स एस पाई बाई 2, ठीक है, एफ डैश एक्स में आप एक्स को पाई बाई 2 रखो, वैल्यू आ जाएगी 0 विच इज़ नाइदर इंक्रीजिंग नॉट डिक्रीजिंग. ठीक है, हमें ग्रेटर देन 0 के, स्मॉलर देन 0 के लिए चाहिए तो पाई बाई 2 से कम वाली ही वैल्यूज़ लेनी है. सो वी आर नॉट पुटिंग अ दिस क्लोज्ड इंटरवल, वी आर पुटिंग एन ओपन इंटरवल ऑन पाई बाई 2. So f dash x is smaller than 0 for x belonging to pi by 6 to pi by 2. Therefore, f dash x is strictly, use the word strictly, decreasing on x belonging to pi by 6 to pi by 2. ठीक है, अब ये तो this is about strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. Now overall let's see where the function is simply increasing or decreasing. See, if you are interested in just telling where in on what interval your function is just increasing or decreasing, we will go back to that theorem that we studied. It says fx is, if fx is continuous, I am writing it in short form, on any interval you say continuous on closed interval a comma b, right, and differentiable on open interval a comma b, then if f dash x is smaller than 0, you say if f dash x is smaller than 0, this implies f dash x is in decreasing function on a comma b. ये आपकी थ्योरम थी ना, तो f dash x is 0 on smaller than 0 on pi by 6 to pi by 2. So you know, अब इसी थ्योरम से आप रिलेट करो इस पार्ट को, तो यू नो दैट योर फंक्शन इज कॉन्टिन्यूस, जो आपका sin 3x है, क्लोज इंटरवल पाई बाई 6 से पाई बाई 2 लो. यहाँ पे कंटिन्यूस होगा, ओपन लो करके देखना, डिफरेंशिएबल होगा, तो दैट मीन्स ओवरऑल योर एफ डैश एक्स इज डिक्रीजिंग ऑन दिस क्लोज इंटरवल पाई बाई 6 एंड पाई बाई 2, क्लोज इंटरवल पाई बाई 6 पाई बाई 2. ठीक, स्ट्रिक्टली just use the statement of the theorem. Alright, so you get your function is simply increasing on simply decreasing on the closed interval pi by 6 to pi by 2. Up same thing, your statement of the theorem also says that if fx is continuous on any closed interval ab and differentiable on the open interval ab, and if f dash x is greater than 0, this gives you fx is increasing on. So that means you will take, कहाँ पे f dash x is greater than 0, 0 से pi by 6 आपके पॉइंट्स हैं. ठीक है, तो close bracket 0 5 to pi by 6. Here your function is just increasing. Ab now there is a difference. If you are just going to tell the function is just increasing, you will write 0 to pi by 6 closed interval. But in the case of strictly increasing, you have to drop pi by 6 point. Similarly, if you are just going to tell where the function is simply decreasing, you will just tell 0 pi by 6 to pi by 2 closed interval. But स्ट्रिक्टली के केसेस में आपको इसको ओपन करना पड़ेगा, वो आपने करके देख लिया. दैट्स इट. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. fx is equal to sin x plus cos x and the domain of the function is 0 to 2 pi. 0 and 2 pi are included. Now we have to find the same thing, intervals at which the function is increasing and the interval at which the function is decreasing. Go with the derivative of the function. Sin x cos x का minus sin x, right. अब critical points निकालो. सबसे पहले critical points, ठीक है. इसके लिए f dash x is equal to 0 करो. So cos x minus sin x is equal to 0. So cos x is equal to sin x. अब पता है आपको पाई बाई 4 प्लस पाई, और ऐसे सब्सिक्वेंट पाइज इंक्रीज करते जाना. सो योर x इज पाई बाई 4, ठीक है. पाई बाई 4 प्लस पाई 5 पाई बाई 4, 5 पाई बाई 4 प्लस पाई 9 पाई बाई 4 एंड सो ऑन. अगेन 9 पाई बाई 4 विल एक्सीड 2 पाई, सो ये यू विल एलिमिनेट. योर पॉइंट्स आर पाई बाई 4, 5 पाई बाई 4. मार्क देम ऑन द नंबर लाइन. सबसे पहले 0 2 पाई, 0 2 पाई दोनों इंक्लूडेड पॉइंट्स हैं, ठीक है. क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स आपके पाई बाई 4 और 5 पाई बाई 4. गॉट इट. कितने इंटरवल्स हैं? प्लस इन्फिनिटी माइनस इन्फिनिटी. हाउ मेनी इंटरवल्स? 1 2 3 4 5 इंटरवल्स. 5 इंटरवल्स. कहीं से भी कोई भी एक आप पॉइंट ले लो और उस पर चेक करके देखो. So your signs will go like minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Alright, you will verify this on your own. Simply कहीं से भी कोई भी पॉइंट आप ले लो, वो जिस इंटरवल में फॉल कर रहा है वो एंटायर इंटरवल आइदर प्लस होगा और माइनस होगा, ठीक है. इस इंटरवल के बीच में आप कोई पॉइंट ले लो, उस पर एफ डैश एक्स की वैल्यू रख के देख लो. इफ़ इट इज़ ग्रेटर देन 0 प्लस लगाना, स्मॉलर देन 0 है माइनस लगा देना, और बाकी इंटरवल्स पे ऑल्टरनेट साइंस कर देना. क्योंकि सारे इंटरवल्स के एक एक पॉइंट लेके चेक करने में आपके पास 5 केसेस बनेंगे, ठीक है. सो इट इज़ अ हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल ओनली कि अगर एक जगह पे माइनस आ रहा है तो ऑल्टरनेट बाकी इंटरवल्स पे ऑल्टरनेट साइंस होंगे. एक पे माइनस मिला, बाकी पे प्लस माइनस प्लस माइनस, ठीक है. नाउ एफ डैश एक्स इज ग्रेटर देन 0 फॉर व्हाट? फॉर x बिलोंगिंग टू 0 से पाई बाई 4, ठीक है. अब ये तो ऐसे होगा और 0 यू हैव टू इंक्लूड, राइट. क्योंकि 0 रखने पे इट इज़ ग्रेटर देन एफ डैश एक्स इज ग्रेटर देन 0 ओनली. कॉस 0 इज़ 1, साइन 0 इज़ 0 1, हाँ ग्रेटर देन 0. तो ये सेटिस्फाई करेगी इनइक्वालिटी, तो 0 को आप इंक्लूड करोगे. x बिलोंग्स टू 0 टू पाई बाई 4 and also this union 5 pi by 4 2 pi. अब 2 pi आप चेक कर लो, ऑल्दो डोमेन में आपकी 2 pi इज इंक्लूडेड, राइट. पर आप एक बार चेक करो कि 2 pi पे ये इनइक्वालिटी होल्ड कर रही है कि नहीं. तो साइन 2 pi तो 0 होता है और कॉस 2 pi क्या होता है? 0 पाई बाई 2 पाई 3 पाई बाई 2 2 पाई. ठीक, पॉजिटिव हो गया, ग्रेटर देन 0 हो गया, दिस यू विल इंक्लूड. सो योर फंक्शन इज स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग ऑन द इंटरवल 0 to पाई बाई 4 यूनियन पाई बाई 4 to पाई बाई 4 to 2 पाई, right. Now same here, यहाँ पे बात आती है स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग की। ऑलराइट, अब स्ट्रिक्टली डिक्रीजिंग देखते हैं। एफ डैश एक्स शुड बी स्मॉलर देन 0, ठीक है। स्मॉलर देन 0 पे आपको एक ही इंटरवल मिल रहा है 0 से 2 पाई के बीच में, विच इज़ π/4 टू 5π/4। π/x बिलोंग्स टू π/4 टू 5π/4, ठीक है। सी इनिशियली यू विल पुट द ओपन इंटरवल ओनली, बट एंड पॉइंट्स को एक बार चेक कर लेना। यहाँ पे तो साइन इज नॉट चेंजिंग, एंड पॉइंट्स आर नॉट इंक्लूडेड। यहाँ पे था 0 और 2 पाई पे एक बार आपको चेक करना पड़ा था। सो as an answer you get that your function is strictly increasing on the intervals 0 to π/4 and 5π/4 to 2 pi. See the brackets. And your function is strictly decreasing on the interval π/4 to 5π/4. दिस इज़ योर कंप्लीट आंसर। अगर इसके आगे आपको ये भी देखना है कि सिंपली जस्ट इंक्रीजिंग जस्ट डिक्रीजिंग देखना है तो आप थ्योरम अपना अप्लाई करना, अदरवाइज दिस इज सफिशिएंट आंसर।